Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. This guy, Javier, I think is Milei, the president of Argentina, does all the right things that he was voted into office. And that is fulfilling the boss's decisions, desires. And that is grabbing Argentina by the balls with this pimp. I called Milei the pimp, and Argentina is his producer. So Argentina is the producer, you know what I mean by producer, the lady of the night. Milei is the pimp, and the United States of America is the payer. The problem is the money doesn't go to Milei. The money comes back around to the payer, to the customer. And the customer is Al Capone and its interests. Now, what's going on here? You know, Milei said that he's going to start the shock therapy for the Argentinian people. That is the lady of the night. You're going to start the shock therapy deep at any time, how many, in any position, however the customer wants, right? The customer is our boss, all right? Is there something like that? All right. So what do we have here? Milei started with austerity, first imposing some garbage that their currency was what? Diluted 50%, just dropped in value, lost its value 50% in one day. He said he's going to give some investors the opportunity to invest in the lithium business in Argentina. You know what it is? There's going to be outside companies with a lot of money will come and buy your lithium and the right to export it for the next 100 years until it's going to be dry. Right? And they will have this contract with Argentina, with a state, with the pimp. And then you can't change that. When you're going to have your uprising in Argentina in about a year, within a year, and when you're going to depose Milei through a coup or a popular uprising after he used CIA and others to keep you there, then you're going to say, well, now we want these guys to leave because we want our national resources back. As Mossadegh, the prime minister of Iran, did in 1952 or something, and in 1953 he was gone with the help of what? The Brits and the Americans. So when you're going to do that, and if you're going to be successful with Milei and you're going to ask for your energy back, the foreign companies, corporations that own your lithium and other resources are going to say, here's the paper. We did this not with Milei, with the Argentinian state, not with the pimp, with you guys actually, with the lady of the night. So you can't take this from me. If you take it from me, United States, why don't you send your taxpayers' army to fix everything here for the private interests that you represent, and they will fuck you up, right? Now, that is the economic part. You're going to receive, you already worked with the pimp, decided that IMF and World Bank will be involved deeply. So you already have the energy sector with their involvement, that is what I mentioned, the lithium, not only. The second one with the peso, whatever it is, with the dollar is going to come over. Again, economically, financially, you're going to be really shocked, really deep. Okay, and then you're going to have what? As I said, he did it with, what was that? IMF and the World Bank. They're going to invest a lot in you. They're going to, how do? They don't come over there to help you. They come over there, they're banks. They come to help themselves. You're going to be sucked dry of your money and your energy and your properties. Now the third one is the third one that works. All these things worked in Ukraine. Look at the same garbage. And this is take over without a war. Why? Because the pimp works with the customer, quote unquote. So now they're going to do this. They're going to take their military and they're going to donate it to, Ukraine. And then guess who's going to build your military? Who's going to give you second-hand military garbage? The same customer, the United States of America, the military-industrial complex. So remember, in Ukraine is the military-industrial complex with the arms manufacturing companies. Then you have the banks in providing aid, and not only buying weapons from these guys in the name of the countries. It's unbelievable. And then you have the energy sector that's going to have big money. They don't mention it anymore, but these guys make a lot of money. They made some articles. I made some videos on some articles, I think last year before the end of the year, and they told us their profits. Unbelievable. So these three interests are the same in Argentina without a war. Let me show you what Milei does for you. He's going to help now the third branch of this interest, the military industrial complex. Remember, energy sector, lithium, IMF and World Bank, the financial sector, and now you're going to have the military sector. And that's it. And when you're going to start your revolution, it's going to be too late. You'll see. You're going to be grabbed by Argentinian balls like that. All right. The new voice of Ukraine. Argentina will donate 2 Russian Mi-171E helicopters to Ukraine. Ukraine plans to purchase 3 more. I wonder from where. Okay, let's play a game. I bet, we want to make a bet. I bet it's going to be from United States of America. You can't bet the same way. You can't bet on the Russians or somewhere else. Let's see who's winning. You know the answer. Oh, this is the helicopters. 3 of them, this will go. And these are Russian ones, right? MI. Argentina intends to transfer. This is the beginning. Say, oh, only 3 garbage like this. Yeah, just 3 from now. The Russians will hit them with 3 rockets, but it's okay. It's 3. They're going to be more. They will replenish like the Czech Republic did, Slovakia did, all these guys. They gave, Poland gave their old garbage. Now it's Bulgaria's turn. They gave their old garbage and they get the new garbage. New by name, not by properties. Argentina intends to transfer 2 Mi-171E multipurpose helicopters previously purchased from Russia, right here, to Ukraine, man. These helicopters were acquired by Argentina from Russia for transport missions and search and rescue operations in Antarctica. So these are heavy-duty things, something that we don't build anymore, I guess. Now, along with this purchase, a preliminary contract for 3 more helicopters was signed but has not been realized. So the Russians will not transfer them. So it was not the Americans, right? But we got here. The United States proposed transferring these helicopters. Proposed. So the customer told the pimp, you got to give this to Ukraine. And the lady of the night, what's that expression? Put out, I think it is. When you agree to be But the previous Argentine government opposed the idea, so they didn't want to do it. Currently, negotiations are underway to have the cost of the helicopters deducted as a discount from Argentina's first payments for the purchase of F-16 aircraft from the United States of America. Well, do you know what year the F-16s were made the first time? So the first flight was like 1978. 78, right? 78. So that means it was probably designed in 1971 or 1969. So that's a new plane. And these guys are going to get their garbage, the American garbage, F-16. Yes, they were upgraded, updated, and so on. It's like you take a 1971 beautiful Cadillac and you just say, well, I'm going to just make it, I'm going to do it for 2023. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like you have to change everything. All right, unless you don't want to drive it at certain speeds and all that, because it's not made for certain things. That technology then is not a technology now. Maybe the quality, no, maybe, certainly the quality then was better than the quality now. But there's a technology was inferior. You did updates, but still. But anyway, the lady of the night does what the pimp tells her to do, and she will do. The Mi-171E helicopters are equipped with additional fuel tanks and a cargo crane for operations in Antarctica and long flights. They are also fitted with meteorological radar and emergency floats. Oh, are they going to blow up another pipeline now with the Ukrainians? So what do you think? This is just the beginning. I know I will have some of you say, come on, Emil, you just exaggerate. It's just 2 old Russian helicopters that are so good for Antarctica that I don't know how many countries produces them. But hey, it's okay, you know, given to Ukraine, what would you do with them? You have to make room for the good stuff, From 1978 F-16s. Now, you don't believe me, and let me show you the F-16s, how new they are. I made this all the time because I have fun showing people how great they are. Right here. General Dynamics, F-16 fighter Falcon. Right there. What's over there? First flight? The first flight was not in 78, my bad. 78 was the introduction, right? So it was introduced in 1978, 45 years. But what's important, it was first flight in 74. Now, if it wasn't 74, it was probably designed 7 years or 8 years before. That's how it works with the airplanes. You don't make it today, you don't design it today, and tomorrow it gets out, or the next year. It takes, I know, more than 5 years to put it together, to try it, to go through all the necessary tests. And then about 7 years or 8 years. So when whoever comes with an airplane right now, it was designed maybe 7, 8, at least 8 years ago. So the same with this guy. This is 1974. It was designed during the Vietnam War. Jesus Christ. By the time we went to the moon. Don't say anything about that one. Obviously. So my friends, there you go. Make room for this. That's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. We're going to hear more about Argentina giving Ukraine, I don't know, whatever he's got, maybe some MiGs, Suhois, or whatever he's got. Or maybe American planes, but old. Why? To get new ones. How do you think Argentina will purchase the new ones? With money from the banks. Money from the banks. Austerity, you say, right? Yeah. Why? Because we're going to probably be threatened by Venezuela, right? Maybe. My friends, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.